Hey guys, so we are doing part 2 Stalking with the Hair Nerds, and today we have Kat Nacario from Number 4 High Performance Hair Care. It's also her birthday today, so happy birthday. Thank you for spending time with us.
Yeah, thank you so much.
So we want to get to know you a little bit better, and for people that don't really know about Number 4, it is our most favorite ever brand in the entire world. We always talk about it, we always push it. I bathe in it half the time. We want to raid the warehouse and take everything. And so we kind of want to talk about your journey with Number 4.
Sure.
And like how that all began.
So, I started as a hairdresser back in Boston. Actually, I'm originally from the Bay Area in Northern California. Moved to Boston and went to school there. Ended up working in a salon in downtown Boston in the financial district. And then from there, I came back to the Bay Area, and I started working in wine country up in Petaluma, which is where I still am. And the salon that I work at, that I originally started working at, we brought in Number 4, and we were one of the first salons in, I believe, the country to bring it in, and I instantly fell in love. I had been seeing a lot of other education. I was still a younger stylist, and I saw a lot of people educating, and it really struck me as something I wanted to get into. And I looked at a bunch of different lines, and nothing really grabbed me until I met Number 4. And we were just playing around with it in the salon. At the time, I believe we were only a 15 product hair care line. And so it was really easy to use. It's something that is 100% vegan, gluten-free, paraben-free, sulfate-free, and sodium chloride-free. And so back at the time, 7 years ago, that was really important to me in finding that for my own clients, and especially living in Northern California and Petaluma and people being health conscious. So that struck a chord with me, as well as the fact that it worked and did everything it said it was going to do. So I started stalking Number 4 and stalking our brand director, Tony Wells, and just said, I want to work for you. I want to work for you in any capacity that I can. And so when they were ready to bring on educators, they brought me on one of their first trainings, and I fell head over heels. I felt like my inspiration was reignited. I felt like I was home. I felt like I was with a company that was going to support me as an artist and as a hairdresser, and the journey's been incredible from there. I've gotten to, meet you guys and have a great time. I've gotten to meet some of my biggest icons in the industry. I've gotten to go to Fashion Week. I've gotten to do photo shoots with them, fashion shows, and the fact that it supports the artist, it supports the hairdresser, and so that's what I really, really love about our company. It's like a family.
Yeah. I think it's so important to find a company that actually supports you as an artist.
Absolutely.
And not takes that artist to support that company.
Yes.
And I definitely feel like Number 4 is definitely that company that supports you and not reverse.
It's true. I'm at the point now where I'm leading the education team. I'm traveling around the country training new educators, supporting our educators that we currently have, helping to train them in different ways. And the wonderful thing about that is it's not about one person. I'm very much a team player. I believe that I can't do anything unless I've got a group of people with me. And so I love that we're all each individuals, and we've got some incredible artists that support our team as well, like Charlie Price and Steve Elias and Charlie Brackney. And so we get incredible collections from them, and we all get to learn from them as well. And it's just a collective. And so it's elevated what I do in being able to learn from so many different people across the country in so many different walks of life. So really
Do you
exciting.
think that you take a lot of inspiration getting to work with some of those people like Charlie Price, and how does that affect you?
It's definitely taken my career to the next level. It makes me push myself harder in what I do to elevate my skill and my craft. I've always, when I was working in Boston, I worked in a lot of editorial work with the man who trained me, Charles, and Charles Maxu in Boston, and that's where I worked as an assistant. I was his personal assistant. He did a lot of editorial work in Boston. And so my basis was always in editorial work. And so to find a company where its products really supported that editorial artist was really important. And so finding people like Charlie Price and getting to, eventually work with him and work with Steve Elias and all these other people, it's really made me elevate what I do, whether it's behind the chair or on an editorial spectrum.
Do you think having that background of editorial work, do you think that has helped you with all of the videos that you've now created for Number 4? Because we see a lot of the new videos that are coming out with the smoothing balm and those types of things. Does having that make you more comfortable doing those?
It does. It's the way that I kind of want to gear our education towards is really bringing it back to the classic hairdressing skills. I think that there's a lot out there that's really fantastic, but I feel like we've kind of lost a lot of that really foundational skill set. And so I want to bring that back into what we're doing in terms of education. And so the videos, what I'm trying to do is showcase that hairdressers that it's not hard to just take a few extra minutes to style those foundational skill sets and show your clients how to use that as an everyday look or be able to use that in editorial work as well.
Yeah, I think it's so important to make sure that those basic foundational skills that people are really honing those, because I think that having that foundation in those basics are just like, it helps elevate the craft of the editorial work that a lot of people want to do.
Absolutely. You can't, I don't think you can do any style without first having your foundational skill set. And so the new hairdressers that are coming up in our industry, I really want to be able to focus on them and help them hone in their skills so then they can elevate past where we are today. Even I have an assistant that I work with really closely at this salon, and I want to make sure that that she gets everything that she can possibly have, and to be able to surpass where I am, because I think that giving our next generation of hairdressers the foundational skills and basics to be able to then break the rules and change them later and to explore their craft is really important.
So how do you think the actual products of Number 4 are able to be so diverse within working from those like basic blowouts in the salon to the editorial work?
So with Number 4, we're very much about our technology, your creativity. So the great thing is it can be used on all different hair types, it can be used on wet or dry, and we have a very small styling line. We actually just added one new product, and we've got a couple more coming down the chute, so which is really, really exciting. So we're looking at, I believe, we've got 10, we have 9 products now in the styling collection, but we also add a couple more from our essentials collection to be about 11 products right now. And so that really helps to support me because I don't have to have multitudes of product. We believe that we have one product that does 30 things instead of 30 products that do one thing each. So we don't add anything to the line unless there's something absolutely missing. And we know that it's going to add value to the collection as opposed to mimicking something else we already have.
Yeah, I know that that's my favorite thing about Number 4 is that there's so many things that I use on a daily basis, but I know that I can use them for one thing and then I can use them for another, and
Absolutely.
It's like I use some of the stuff and pretend that it's dry shampoo because you guys don't have a dry shampoo, but there's things that can mimic those effects and that give me the same feeling instead of actually having to put a dry shampoo on my hair.
I opened up my cabinet one day and I didn't have a dry shampoo, and I was like, there's gotta be something I can use in here. And also with having black hair, it's hard to use some of the aerosol ones because they tend to get powdery unless they're colored, but then I also have the white hair, and so then it's like, it's a battle. So I end up with, I tried our styling foam, and just put like a few extra pumps in my roots, and then blow dried it in, and it gave me the extra volume that I needed, and also took away that like greasy look. So I was able to mimic that without having to go to a dry shampoo.
Yeah.
That was cool.
I just love that it's such a diverse product line.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Yeah, the hair nerds love it. We hands down approve of Number 4, high performance hair care, 100%. It's definitely hair nerd approved. And so, kind of stepping away from Number 4 for a second and talking about you on a more personal level. If people follow you on social media, they see that you kind of live this like punk rock lifestyle, and that you're friends with people that I want to be friends with, like a lot of like people in the music scene and like the punk rock music scene and stuff. Like, do you take the inspiration that comes from your friends and from music and from kind of this life that you live, and do you put that onto hair and on your clients?
Absolutely. So I've always been a punk rock kid at heart. I will always continue to be a punk rock kid at heart. Number 4 is very like, I always joke around with our brand director that it's like, you know, she's beefy and it's elegant and all this stuff, whereas then you get me who's tattooed and punk rocked and pierced and the whole bit. So I love going to shows because it does reinvigorate my passion for being an artist. It makes me, it gives, I think we all need an outlet outside of hair to help us with our craft. And so when I was a kid, I used to love, mainly I always was gravitated to women lead singers in bands because I just love being able to see women in a place of power on stage. And so that to me was always very important. And so like the Gwen Stefani's of the world, the Shirley Mansons, Joan Jett, Patti Smith, all these, and they're major hair icons on top of that. And so I, one in particular was Agent M from Tsunami Bomb, who I love,
Yes,
and
yes.
now a friend with, and actually she recognizes me at like the grocery store and stuff, and
You're
I like
literally living the life I want to live.
I geek out every time, and she's like, you know, she's a normal person. but to me, and you know, the 15-year-old me is like, oh my god, H&M. But she used to take different color streaks in her hair when she was, you know, she still has different colors in her hair. But I always had a streak in the front because I loved her and idolized her so much. And so as you know, when I was in 8th grade and up through all the way through high school, I always had different color streaks in the front, and that was kind of my homage to her. And so in what I do now, it's very much so that I always have some sort of punk rock something going on in my hair, whether it's shagged out or different colors or something. And actually a lot of my friends that are in the music industry, I love just watching their hairstyle shift and change. And actually one of my really good friends, Ken Casey, his mom is a hairdresser and owns a huge salon outside of Boston, and so we trade stories about that and stuff like that all the time. So it's really cool. And one of my favorite stories is we were in Reno at one point and we were walking through a casino, and we're used to people running up to him and saying hi and wanting to take pictures, and I was there with my best friend who is my walking billboard, and she always has multitudes of different colors in her hair. And 2 girls came running up and wanted to talk to me and her instead. And we're just like, oh my god, I love your hair, it's so cute, and wanted to take pictures with us and our hair instead of him, and so handed him the phone. It's like, can you take a picture? Because they had no idea who he was, but they wanted to take pictures with us, and I thought it was absolutely hilarious and one of the best moments.
That's the moment you know you made it, is when people are running up to you and there's a famous person standing next to you.
It was awesome.
That's awesome. Cynthia Valdez says that she loves you.
I love her
and
too.
sent lots of hearts emojis. And we
Miss
love
you, girl.
Cynthia. And so, kind of talking about these experiences where you're like geeking out about like favorite people, like what is your biggest like hair nerd moment that you've ever had?
Oh, there's been quite a few. When I got to hug Damien Carney, there was like that moment of like, oh. I always feel like I say really ridiculous things to people, but I actually composed myself and kept it together that time.
Sometimes it's hard.
It's really hard. Gosh, who else? Let's see, I feel like even still I say ridiculous things to like Charlie Price, even though like I've been around him a million times. I feel, let's see, who else? Albie, he came and taught classes at our salon and actually cut my hair, and I was so stoked, and it had always been one of my icons, and so to meet him was really cool, and he's a major punk rocker, and so to be able to connect with him on that level was awesome. There's just been so many just like moments, or having somebody like John McCormick walk up and say hi to me was like, oh, you know who I am, and it was so exciting, and that, you know, or even when Eden Sassoon comes and walks by, it's like, that's absolutely incredible to be able to call these people, you know, colleagues.
Yeah. Well, John McCormick is watching this live.
Oh, hi, John. I'm sorry you're not here. We miss you.
We do miss you, John. So kind of wrapping everything up, where can people find out more information about Number 4 and you, like where can people stalk you guys and get more information?
So, if you want to stalk us at Number 4, it's Number 4 Hair Care, or at Number 4 Hair Care on Instagram. And then you can always go to our website, number4hair.com. And then, I hope I got that right. Well, I was just looking at things. If you want to stalk me, it's Kat Nacario Hairstylist on Instagram. And I'm terrible and I don't update my Facebook very often, but I will accept friend requests, so on my personal one. And then, yeah, I think that's mainly, or if you want to get a hold of me directly, my email is kat, K-A-T, at number4hair.com. So that would probably be the best way. And my salon is Urban Elements Salon in Petaluma, so Urban Elements Salon for our salon Instagram, which hi guys, I missed you guys, and I'll be home on Tuesday. We have a great team of people there. I'm so grateful to have an incredible salon team. I've got we have 2 owners, Rachel and Ruthie, who are both educators for another company. Absolutely wonderful women, and they've created this beautiful, huge space in Petaluma that's also an education center. So because we have 4 educators, myself, my partner Max Zwicky, for Number 4, and then they educate for, Ruthie and Rachel both educate for Davinus. So we have created this space where the 4 of us get to educate within our salon, and then we also get to bring in people from outside places and come in and teach. So we've had Sally Rogerson come in and educate, which is another hair nerd moment that I always freak out about. We've had Albie come to the salon. We're going to have Larissa Love come. So it's really fantastic and so great to be able to have people come into your space and be able to teach and educate, and then have different educators from all over the country, or different stylists come in from all over the country and be in your wonderful salon.
So are people able to buy tickets and come to the salon, or is this something that's specifically for your salon?
So we try to open up our space as much as possible because we really wanted to create a space for all hairdressers. Because a lot of times when you have classes in a salon space, it's just for that team. We try to make a place for our entire community. So we're very much about bringing the entire community together. So if you are interested in any of our classes, they would be on our Urban Elements page. So urbanaelements.com or urbanelementssalon.com, one of them. I'm so terrible. Should be better. I know our Instagram. It's at Urban Elements Salon, and so it will be on our Instagram page as well.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
All right. So everybody, keep your eye out. If you want to visit Northern California, out in the Bay Area, in Petaluma, go check out some awesome education this next coming year.
Yeah.
And if you want to find out any more information about Number 4 High Performance Hair Care, which again is the hair nerd's most favorite product ever. Definitely check that out. You can always hit up the hair nerds as well, and we will put you in touch with anybody. And Kat is also available for education with Number 4 if you want to bring Number 4 into the salon. Correct?
Absolutely, yeah. So we're launching some really exciting classes coming up this year. My partner Max Zwicky is our men's styling specialist, and because we will be launching a new product that he'll be associated with, he's going to be launching a men's cutting class. I have a lot of, because my background is editorial, and also because I live in wine country, I do a lot of brides, so I will be having a lot of, I do a lot of updo classes, and so if that's ever anything that somebody's interested in, we also have Cynthia Valdez, who was nominated for NAHA last year, which we're all really, really excited about, and she does amazing demo classes. We have a great team of people, so if there is anything in particular that someone's looking for, Number 4 can pretty much fill every single slot of education across the board.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you again so much for taking time out of your busy weekend and your birthday. Again, happy birthday.
Thank you.
And so, again, if anyone wants any information, you can reach out to Kat. You can reach out to Number 4 High Performance Hair Care. You can reach out to the hair nerds. And thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.